All right, y'all. Let's get straight into it. First things first, Full Court Press episodes 3 and 4 will 100% drop tomorrow. Now, I don't know why ESPN dropped episodes 3 and 4 late night, around 9, 10 o'clock last night, when episode 1 and 2 last week was, 12 p.m., 1 p.m.? But it is what it is. Just wanted to let you guys know that episodes 3 and 4 will 100% drop tomorrow. What time? I don't know. It could be midday or it could be movie night. And yes, we are still doing season one. I'm getting my $12 worth. So don't even worry about it. We're going to get season one out the way so we all caught up with full court press seasons one and two. Speaking of the WNBA, I might have to make that call to the league. Because, Las Vegas Aces, what are you doing? Aces, what's going on with the Aces? What are you doing? For those that don't know, for those that don't know, this morning, the Las Vegas Aces waived Deja Kelly. Now, drafted guard averaged 12 points and 1.5 assists in two preseason games with the Las Vegas Aces. Aces. Why? Why? Why would you get rid of Deja Kelly that was frying in preseason? She was cracking ankles, hitting step back game winners, but you decide to waive her off the team? After I specifically just told y'all the last Las Vegas Aces video that Deja Kelly could have been a spark plug for the Aces that they needed. I seen the potential in Deja Kelly being on the WNBA roster, but the Aces they just had to shoot down the drain. Now I'm not gonna be petty, not gonna be that person, but Deja Kelly in two preseason games look better than some of those players on the roster that are just taking up oxygen on the team. So let's see what they gotta say on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. We got Deja Kelly in two preseason games, 2025, two preseason games. 24 points, 3 assists, 75% from the field, 35% from three, and 100% from free throws. Comparing it to Kristen Bell's 2024 season, six games. 17 points, 38% from the field, pretty much 40%, and five fouls. But you waived Deja Kelly. And by the way all these stats look, Deja Kelly's two preseason games is better than her entire six-game season. Why would the Aces do that? Why? You gave an undrafted player a chance. She was frying in preseason. She was cracking ankles, hitting step back game winners on Asia Wilson night. But then you cut her off team. Somebody's math ain't math, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so yeah, they're just attacking Kristen Bell. Bums like this is why no one watches the at WNBA. How can a player with these numbers or lack thereof keep a roster spot, but players like Kennedy Carter and Deja Kelly can't find a team to join? Then players wonder why this league has been a laughingstock for 28 years. This league has been around 28 years, and possibly, is it 29? Or is it still 28? Anyways, season starts in a few days. I believe it's the Fever in Chicago Sky and another pair of teams play this weekend on Saturday. Kristen Bell, 0 points, 1.5 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and half a steal, and 1.5 assists. 1.5 rebounds and 0 points. But yeah, she's so easy. But Deja Kelly, who was fine in preseason, was wait. I don't get it. Maybe you guys will understand it. Deja Kelly, who scored a game winner against the Phoenix Mercury in her second preseason game, She was signed after going undrafted this year with Aces Wager. Deja Kelly got cut after averaging 12 points per game, only 10 minutes per game, shooting 75% from the floor. What more do you want from her? Hey man, one thing I can say, as they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So some teams they gonna look at Deja Kelly and say, "We gonna pick her up. She's gonna be the spark plug for somebody. Soon to be starter in this league." Because I can't see Deja Kelly being a free agent for that much longer. No way. They chose this over Deja Kelly. What'd she say?
You go from being undrafted to making a game winner in the WNBA.
Yeah, my mind is spiraling right now. Lots of emotions, but truly just grateful for this opportunity. I mean, to be here in front of these fans in this arena, wearing this jersey, I'm just super blessed to be able to do this and again, to be able to perform and again, just be able to play basketball in the WNBA. I mean, I think overall it's just a feeling of gratitude for sure.
As a professional athlete, you have to have this unwavering sense of belief in yourself. Did you know you were capable of that?
Oh, yeah, I've done that time and time again, you know.
That's how she got that 1.5 assists by passing it to who? That looks like Kristen Bell right there, passing it to who?
Capable of that.
Oh, yeah, I've done
Deja,
that time and
passing
time
it to
again,
Deja,
you know.
passing it to Deja Kelly.
That's something that I do. I like to take over in moments like that. That's kind of what I've always. That's what I'm about. What my game is about. So definitely one of the. That's kind of what I've
What?
always. That's what I'm about. What my game is about. So.
But the aces said this wasn't good enough. She has both hands. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on the floor. And you say that's not enough to make the team?
Definitely wanted the ball in my hands
Are you crazy?
and kind of took over in that sense.
On Asia Wilson night.
Franklin, what the are you doing?
That's crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing that this morning, y'all don't even want to know my initial reaction seeing that this morning. But anyways, that is that. Let's head into these NBA news. Michael Jordan will be joining the NBA on NBC and Peacock as a special contributor, the network announced. Where does Michael Jordan be at? Like, this man just spawns out of nowhere. You hear nothing about Michael Jordan unless it's some shoes coming out. But him specifically, you never hear from Jordan. Ever. Outside of him owning the Charlotte Hornets and them being trash, we don't hear nothing about Jordan. So to hear this, I know all them LeBron, depending on who you ask, ESPN has a lot of LeBron payrollmen on their broadcast. So to see Jordan spawn for NBC, NBC NBA was back in the day, like the 80s and 90s, and Peacock as a special contributor. What do you guys think about that? He's either bored or hurting for money. No, he's bored. Jordan's hurting for money. Man's a billionaire. Why would he sit here and be hunting for money? This man's bored. He has nothing to do all day. Anyways, next we have Giannis Antetokounmpo is reportedly intrigued by the idea of playing in a state with no income tax. Interesting. So that means Texas is on there. And that's a state with very low income tax. So let's see what you guys think. Here we go, LA. Oh, jeez. Clippers. Uh, James, Kawhi, and Giannis. I don't know. I just know I better not see him on the LA Lakers. Y'all do this every year with everybody. Any big star in free agency is like The Laker fans, they just teleport up. Oh yeah, we're gonna get him this offseason. Get rid of Rui, get rid of Reeves, Vanderbilt. It's first rounders for Giannis. LeBron. Let me put my glasses on. we're gonna have we're gonna have LeBron, Giannis, and Luka Doncic on the same team. Man, come on, bro. Are you serious? You know how that's gonna make LeBron's legacy look? That might be worse than the Warriors. Let me be honest with you. If Giannis go to the Lakers and they still keep LeBron and Luka, that's worse than what the Warriors did. Because I get it, you know what I mean? You got unanimous MVP Curry with KD and Clay, but you have LeBron, Luka, and Giannis. Those are two MVP caliber players with LeBron. You really have to sit back and think, how much help does LeBron need to be great? He needs all of this to be great. King James. I bet not see him on the LA Lakers this offseason, bro. Which state has no income tax? Alaska, Florida. Okay, so that might be the Heat, Magic, right? That's Florida. None of these teams have NBA teams. Texas, okay, so that's San Antonio, Dallas, who we're going to talk about in a minute. Houston has been tied with KD, so maybe I don't know. Heat, Rockets, Spurs, Mavs, and Grizzlies. I don't see Giannis going to Grizzlies. I don't know. Miami. So Rockets, Spurs, Heat, and Mavericks. Maybe. I don't know. No. Not starting this. Nice try though. You will not be seeing John Morant throwing alley oops to Giannis Antetokounmpo this next season. Nice try though. If I'm the Warriors, no, this is nuts. Jalen Brunson, who just dropped 40 tonight, 39 points to be exact. Bridges dude, the Heart dude, OG Anunoby and Giannis all in New York. That's actually crazy. They can win a championship with that roster. They already borderline conference finals. They get Giannis, they can win it all. And that's gonna be crazy. But here's how you the Warriors, right? If I'm the Warriors in this situation, who was the last team we're gonna talk about in this bid? I'm the Warriors. You have to clean slate if you want Giannis. Get rid of everybody. You keeping Curry, obviously. You might keep Draymond. You might keep Buddy and Jimmy, but everybody else might have to go. To be honest. If you might even have to slip in Draymond to get Giannis. Cause what I just seen tonight, a lot of y'all is gonna be having a new home this offseason. If I was a GM. But anyway, let's talk about Dallas. Because Dallas, I don't know how y'all did this. Somebody math ain't mathing. So you mean to tell me Dallas went and traded their superstar player, Luka Doncic, for AD, and then Nico Harrison gets fried for 2 months straight, right? To then all of a sudden get the number one pick in the draft? How is that even possible? Again, they traded Luka Doncic, who was their cornerstone franchise player, but Anthony Davis almost make the playoffs. Nico Harrison gets fried for months, almost make the playoffs, and then get rewarded with the number one pick in the draft. Nico, he did something. I ain't gonna lie, something is off. Cause I ain't never thought I'd see the Dallas Mavericks out of all teams that need a number one pick right now. The Dallas Mavericks get number one. So you mean to tell me out of Portland, Charlotte, who else? Maybe even Phoenix. Phoenix was terrible this year. All these, no, not Detroit, because they made the playoffs this year. There's so many bad teams that could have used a number one pick, but Dallas Mavericks get it. Nah, something's fishy. I don't know. Nico Harrison did something behind the scenes. He must have did some voodoo or something. There ain't no way Dallas get number one pick out of all these teams that are terrible. Matter of fact, let's look at the NBA schedule while we're here. You ain't some man. NBA standings 2025. Yeah, yeah. Wizards, Hornets, 76ers, Nets. Let's go to the West. The Jazz, Pelicans, Spurs, Portland. All these teams could have took number one pick, but Dallas win. But Dallas won. Wow, that's honestly crazy. Dallas gets the first pick. What did it cost? Everything. Yeah, Nico, you did some kind of voodoo or something, 'cause there's no way. This could be the starting five next year. The Gatford dude, Kyrie, when he comes back from his torn ACL, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson, who just cut his hair off, so he looks like his Warriors days. That's honestly crazy. And again, this is Cooper Flag, assuming Dallas picks a number one, because he's been number one pick for the last 2 years. So, assuming Dallas picks a number one, this could be their starting five next season. We'll see. What you think, Dallas fans? Y'all happy to get number one pick and get Cooper Flag? You think Dallas will pick somebody else? It seemed like it's been the year of Dallas. Not only did they get the number one pick in the NBA, they also had it in the WNBA. The WNBA now in NBA. So Dallas guys a lot of luck going on right now. But yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about that. Prayers to Jason Tatum. I don't know if he tore his not tonight. Seems like a lot of people are assuming that after this play right here. He failed. He just immediately grabbed his lower leg, took back in the locker room in a wheelchair. No Paul Pierce. But yeah, man, prayers to Tatum for a speedy recovery. But yeah, man. Last but not least, Golden State Warriors. It's too late at night to be raging over the Warriors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go straight to the box scores and see who did what. Cause I turned the game off uh, mid third quarter. It's like the first half they played great, the Warriors. That third quarter was absolutely disgusting. The Minnesota Timberwolves went on a 17-0 run, finished the quarter 39-17. They outscored them in the fourth, but this third quarter, disgusting. I'm sitting back watching this game like there's no way this team could play like this without Curry. All you needed was one home game. If the Warriors would have won one game at home, series over. Series over. Now, I mean, the series is still not over regardless, because as I always say, it's the first of four. 3-1 leads are not safe in NBA. The Warriors was 73-9 and blew a 3-1 lead in the finals. Even the series before that, they came back down 3-1 versus OKC with KD and Russ, right? Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams, Andre Robertson. So the series is technically not over, but they just made this series a lot harder and a lot more difficult to win, with the next 2 out of 3 games being on the road. So let's look at the box score. You got Julius Randle thinking he's Dirk Nowitzki, dropping 31 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 out of 8 from three, 11 21 from the field. McDonald's with 10, Gobert with 8, Conley with 11. Anthony Edwards, I mean, this dude was wide open almost the whole game. Like, again, I said this last vid 2 days ago. This man could have literally played an entire 2K game by the time they closed out. And this man hit an almost half court three at the end of the half. Crazy. Nas Reed had 5. Very mid game for him. Dante with 9. Shea Cousin with 13. Warriors. Again, this game was very like it's this defense, man. And I told y'all this 2 days ago. This series is gonna come down to Steve Kerr's coaching. It's gonna come down to Steve Kerr's coaching because you cannot hide behind Curry in a series like this. Everybody has to step up. Draymond with a smooth 14. All right. Trace, 20 minutes, 19 minutes, only shoot twice, 5 points. That's not enough. Jimmy, I don't know why Jimmy's not being aggressive. This isn't what the Warriors traded for. The Warriors traded for Jimmy Butler to be aggressive if anything was to ever happen to Curry, which in this situation, something happened to Curry. And I'm seeing Jimmy Butler go to the basket and pass the ball out. Like he will aggressively go to the basket and then just pass the ball out to a three, and they either make it or miss it, right? Jimmy Butler was not aggressive in his game, from my liking and from what I know Jimmy Butler can do. 34 minutes, only shooting 9 times, plus minus negative 30. Hield was all right, decent. Brandon, look, I'm telling you, look, Giannis being optimistic of where he wants to go next season. You look at this box score, like, all right, look, might have to throw Buddy in there, maybe, but Brandon might have to throw in Kaminga, Moody. Some of y'all might have to have a new home next season. You keep shooting 3 of 14 from the field, Brandon, you're going to end up in Barcelona. Because, dude, like, we expect Brandon to be better than this. Because I told you this 2 days ago. Could have got a stretch 5 this offseason. Could have got a center. But they kept Brandon. Brandon, just not what they kept you for. 3 of 14, 0 for 4 from 3. It's not going to get better. Kaminga with a solid 23. As I said, dude is like young LeBron. Let's give him a chance. Looney had 8. The rest of y'all, I mean, shout out to Los Santos. Luis Santos was 7. Peyton, 16 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 5. Moody, yeah, Moody might be fired, bro. They just replaced him with Kaminga. Because there's no way Moody last series was hooping. All of a sudden, he doesn't even know what sport he's playing anymore. 7 minutes, 3 points. Spencer dude, 5 minutes, couple of free throws. Just gotta hope Curry comes back next game 5. He just needed one of these home games, bro. Just one. Couldn't even get that. Again, the series is not over. It's the first of 4. Just keep that in mind. So Warriors fans, that's just just a little, a little light in a dim spot. You know what I mean? But this 3-1 looked kind of crazy. Lost 2 at home and 1 on the road. Obviously, won game 1. Hopefully, Curry comes back game 5 so the series can actually be fun to watch. Because without Curry, the series is boring. And again, they're gonna say, "Oh, Anthony Edwards, he slayed all the legends." Curry played 13 minutes, and that's it. I ain't gonna lie, this series would have been way different. It could have been 3-1 Warriors if Curry was playing, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here because it's late. It is officially. It is 11:11 at night. Make a wish. Just a quick recap. Full court press. Episode 3 and 4 will come out tomorrow. Deja Kelly got waived. I don't know what reason. Giannis is intrigued and open minded to go into a state with low to no income tax. Jordan spawns out of nowhere, wanted to be a part of NBA on NBC and Peacock. Prayers to Tatum. I don't know if he tore his ACL. According to his doctor, his concern is he tore his his Achilles tendon. Pushed off and leg gave out, immediately grabbed without in withering in pain. I might say ACL earlier. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired, bro. It's late. Um, Prayers to Tatum, Dallas, finesse number one pick. In the words, not no 3-1. Anyways, that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Just I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video, man.